Okay, now we're live. Um, Basically, what I am doing for my presentation is a unit on logical reasoning.
Okay.
Uh, we start off talking about logical reasoning and the whys of logical reasoning. For example, when you want to be, everything you do it has to have some sort of logic to it. Um, And to do that, we use conditional statements. Um, Conditional statements, for example, um, we talk about um, if-then statements. And let me just open up my PowerPoint for you so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Um, Here we go. Okay, and I will share my screen with you so that you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, wait. I have to share the screen before I actually go in and let's screen share. Let's screen share this. Okay. So, logical reasoning, who cares? For example, if you were a lawyer, you would need to know how to logically present a case because jurors don't care about emotions. If you want to get a raise at work, you have to show the boss why, not just say, hey, I want a raise.
Okay.
A conditional statement consists of two parts, a hypothesis, which is the if portion of the statement. Now, hypothesis is important because it's different from what we know hypothesis to be in science. In science, we talk about hypothesis as a educated guess. In math, we talk about an educated guess as a conjecture. There's also the conclusion. That's the part after the then.
Okay.
Cause and effect, that's usually how you can think of it. For example, all dogs go to heaven. To write that as a conditional, if an animal is a dog, then it goes to heaven. An if and a then. The actual conditional is the part after the if. So an animal is a dog is the hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
It goes to heaven is the conclusion. Here are a
Okay.
couple of more examples, and here are the answers to those examples.
I on this side, all I see is the slide of logical reasoning, and I don't
Oh,
see anything else.
okay. Um, okay. Let's see. Oh, I bet you I know what was wrong. Let's share the whole screen. Whoa!
Oh, what happened there?
I don't know. But now
Okay.
you can see this.
Yeah, I can see inverse, converse, and contrapositive.
Okay. An inverse, basically you negate the hypothesis and conclusion. It's the opposite. Important to know that you're not always going to have a no statement as your inverse. So if your original was, if I study, then I will pass, your
Mm-hmm.
inverse is, if I do not study, then I will not pass.
Okay.
Um, there's another example. The converse is to switch. It's the switching of the hypothesis and the conclusion. So if I study, then I will pass. The converse would be, if I pass, then I study. Which, we're not talking about validity here, we're just talking about how to form the statement.
Right.
Contrapositive does both. It's the inverse and the converse put together. It's the switch and negation. So if the original statement was, if I study, then I will pass, the contrapositive is, I do not pass, then I do not study. Again, another example. And then we talk about counterexamples. Counterexamples are simply an example that makes a statement false. For example, it rains every afternoon. Now, the statement doesn't have to be a conditional, neither does the counterexample. A simple counterexample to it rains every afternoon, it didn't rain this afternoon.
Right.
So those are the basics of logical reasoning. And from there, we can build on, which is what the project for this unit will be. You can also find that whole video on YouTube. Okay. Let me see how this works. And somehow cannot find it. So I don't remember what the URL was. Let's see if we can find logical reasoning. No, it's not finding it. So, are there any questions on logical reasoning?
What is the easiest way to remember which definitions to go with which one?
Well, with inverse, I always think about what the prefix in means. If something is incomplete, it's not complete. So inverse means you're going to have a not. There's a negation to it. It's the opposite. So incomplete is the opposite of complete. With converse, I think of the shoes and, doing a crisscross on your shoes. And then contrapositive, it's the longest word, which means it's got the most involved in it. It's the one that combines the two.
Okay. That's pretty good because when I taught geometry a few years back, I never could make them understand and remember. Every time I give them a test, I have to write a definition on the board for them to recognize them.
Right. Trust me, I know. I actually was just in a professional development not too long ago. And one of the teachers, she actually has a song. She does a dance with inverse. She does a inverse, so it's a no. Converse, it's a switch. She does all these different hand signals, and it's pretty interesting. I just don't remember it, which is bad.
I know that the song for slope is pretty popular.
The song for slope? What song is it?
Positive, so the hand goes up like this, and then the negative, it goes like this.
You're going to have to teach me that one.
It's pretty popular, though. I forgot the lyric, but...
Can you see the video?
Yeah, I can see the video.
Oh, okay. I was just playing around with that.
I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You pause the video.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I want to take the video off, but I don't know. I guess that's pretty much all we had to do on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now what I'll do is I'll stop the broadcast.
Okay.
And then I'll make it not go live anymore.